Netflix, you don't need cable. I'm on YouTube, welcome to the hood table, where we chop up locally and globally, fans vocally. You don't really wanna miss out on these conversations. Just joke a little, laugh a little, get that wine in your system, fill your glass a little, expose current events, talk trash a little. You never know, these opinions might clash a little. Get addicted to the content, got them binge watching. You don't like it, then you want to invite a bet your friends watching in the house and your job parking lot before you clocking. They don't want to miss a second of this HD content. Everybody think they got something to say, so it's an open invitation, bring it to the table. But if you come whack, just know we ain't buying in. We gon' probably turn you back until you start try again. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable.
Hey, what's up, everybody? What's up? What's going on? What's happening? This Thirsty Thursday, y'all.
Maybe a hot cup of tea.
Girl, Thirsty Thursday ain't even the word. I don't even know how to explain this Thursday. Honestly, I don't. But what's up, Can? How you doing?
I'm muted because the canine corral.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
But I'm good, sir.
I hear all the dogs back there, like all the Dalmatians is back there in the background. But hey, everybody, what's up? Come on in. Make sure you like and share the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Please and thank you very much. Now, we are going to be discussing several things tonight, and I promise we probably won't be on here for more than an hour because the girl is tired. Today was my 4. Y'all know I work Monday through Thursday, 12-hour shifts. And then on Friday, I work 9. And then I've been off. Well, oh, there I'm go lying. Well, I ain't really worked the weekends. I worked them, but not too many hours. So can't really say I worked a lot of weekend hours lately. But yeah, this is my 4th 12-hour shift in a row. So please pray for your girl for strength.
She being modest, y'all. She live at the job.
You know what? I might as well say I live at the job since I work at home. I do live at the job. The job lives at me. That's how we gotta say that when the job lives with me. But one thing I do want to say before we get into the YouTube mess with these YouTube not commentators, but YouTube is that what you call them? Commentators, YouTube platforms, YouTubers, YouTube. Y'all know what I'm talking about. How would Brother Jay say it? Can Brother Jay would say my coworkers. What else does he call them? Contractor. Yeah, contractors, co-contractors, something like that. That's how Brother Jay would describe relationships on YouTube, because Brother Jay, he done made it very clear for a long time that he ain't out here to try to make friends on YouTube. He comes on here, he get his coinage. What else Brother Jay be saying? Beefing for dollars, coins be with me, or whatever the hell he be saying. But anywho, before we get into all the mess, I just want to give my condolences to Polo, the creator, her family, her wife, her children, her grandchildren, her friends, to Almond Brown 09. It's crazy when we find out that people have passed away, and it's like it don't even have to be like somebody in your family or somebody that you were super duper close to, you know, for your heart to go out to their loved ones. And that's how it was for me with Polo. Like Polo, the creator, I watched her channel. I've been watching her channel for a minute. She's been supporting my channel. She supports a lot of people, and a lot of people support her. She was on YouTube for many years. I used to get up early in the morning when she used to go walking through her neighborhood. She would go walking. She would go working out. Then when she get back home, you know, she would get ready to start her business. You know, she's a barber. Really creative. Oh my gosh, she's really great barber, really creative, and not just at barbering, but is that a word, barbering? But being on YouTube as well. And I know a lot of people have been missing her, and then we found out from Almond Brown the other night that she passed away. So she was battling. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it was sickle cell. So, but correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was sickle cell, and she had been in the hospital for a minute. But Almond Brown's talked to the wife of Polo the creator, and she gave Almond Brown permission to let us on YouTube know that Polo the creator had passed away. So again, to any of you out there who have been wondering where Polo, why she hasn't been live on her platform in a while, she passed away this past week. So if everybody could please keep Polo the creator in your thoughts and prayers, her family, her wife, her children, grandchildren, all their friends. Yeah, Melissa said, "Hey, Melissa Boo, how you doing, love?" Melissa said in the chat that it was sickle cell. So yeah, I just didn't want to, you know, I don't want to put the wrong thing on people's. So that's why I said, please correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, I thought it was sickle cell, but I just, wanted to be sure. But yeah, so just wanna she been on my mind. She been on my mind ever since I found out. So rest in peace, rest in heaven, Polo, and my dearest condolences and sympathies to all her loved ones. All her loved ones. Now, okay. I don't even know where to start. Can. you know,
It'll be over in about 3 minutes, babe.
girl, well let me lead off and then you can join me. But and if anybody wants to jump on here, I will drop the link because we do drop links over here. We do drop links. I love to hear other people's commentary, other people's thoughts on things that's going on in the B sector. The very few times that I actually do commentary on the B sector, which is once, maybe twice, if that a month. But because y'all know I don't really I follow the B sector, but I don't really do commentary on it a lot. But I do, when I do, I like to drop the link because sometimes I might miss things. Or sometimes people might have another perspective of things. So if you want to jump on the link, please feel free to click the link. But the other day, now let me back up. For maybe the last few months or so, a particular YouTuber who just started her channel that people have been saying start your channel for almost a year or two, if not longer. Just Kimmy. She finally started her channel a couple of months ago, and a lot of people were glad that she started her channel because I even was kind of glad that she started her channel because I was I always say that though about people, even Goosey. Goosey just started a channel. I've been saying it forever, for certain individuals like Goosey, just Kimmy, people who always seem to be on other platforms and bring in the views and the clicks and the likes to other people's channels. And that's just like when Tracy used to be a troll, and she used to go all over YouTube and she would excuse me, she would pop up all over YouTube and she would be in people's chats and dragging people and cursing people out. And Brother Jay said, Tracy, please get your own channel. And she didn't want to get her channel, just like Kimmy didn't want to get her channel. Goosey didn't want her to get her channel. And some people use the same excuse, I have a job. I have a good job. And I'm not saying that's exactly what these people are saying, but a lot of people do that. They be like, I have a job and I don't want my job to be, in jeopardy because, me getting a channel and all this. And I'll be like, but you on everybody's channel all the damn time and be showing your face. So what's the difference if your job sees you on somebody else's platform versus your own platform? I never will understand that. Never. But anyway, so it's been a lot of controversy on here about just Kimmy and about her getting into it with a lot of people lately. And then she had an open panel tonight and asked everybody to was telling people click the link if you got issue with me, if you want to cuss me out, whatever. No questions off limit, no host bar. Just click the link if you got something you want to say to me. So she did that tonight, and a lot of questions were asked because she had Sir King kind of be like the co-host. He was kind of like the interviewer for her tonight. I didn't expect that. I didn't see that comment, especially because they don't really got it for each other, but anyway, I thought it was okay. And then other people, but the people who you probably would expect to jump on a link and beat with her or drag her or try to cuss her out, they weren't there. But that's how it goes sometimes when you say, "Here's the link. Jump on here. Say what you got to say to me. Feel free to cuss me out if you want to." It don't be the ones that you think should be up there saying anything. So they kind of be like sitting in the clouds or whatever. But that's one thing I want to speak about all these failed YouTube shifts that be going on in the B sector. And then I'm gonna let other people speak. And again, hey Connie Boo, hey Beyond the Rainbow, what's up? Behind the Rainbow. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to Beyond the Rainbow. That is one of my favorite subscribers, and he always supports the Hood Table and just started his own YouTube channel called Beyond the Rainbow. So make sure y'all check him out. And hey, Connie, if you want to jump on here, Connie, and give you a little bit of commentary, please feel free to click on the linkity link. Now, I want to talk about also Fi Babe's friend of 20 years that made a video about Fi Babe the other day. And everybody was doing commentary on it. People were sending me the video link in my inbox. I was like, what in the what? And so that's why I titled the show, Y'all Can Have Those Type of Friends. Because I don't know where they be meeting these friends. Now, of course, I know on YouTube, we meet people be clicking up on YouTube, trying to make friends, trying to be what I believe, trying to be in the in crowd. Trying to ride somebody's coattail. I don't know. It seemed like it's two totally different situations, but I still want to discuss both of them. So Melissa or Sislo, if y'all want to jump in anytime, feel free. But I was quite shocked and surprised to hear that Fi Babe's friend of 20 years, and I went to her channel. Now, the link that was being spread around, I don't think that was Fi Babe's friend's channel, because the friend's channel it was like, I think what happened was, I think the friend recorded the video and somebody recorded it, and then they played it on a different channel. That's what I think happened. Because the friend has her own YouTube channel that she has been doing videos on for a long time. She also has a Facebook business page with the same name as her YouTube channel. And then she also has her Facebook page with her own personal, government name or whatever. So I think, again, somebody had recorded her video and then put it on a YouTube channel. But the fact that they've been friends for over 20 years, and to hear Fi Babe discuss everything she discussed about her friend the other day on a video, and then the friend come on YouTube the other day and made a clapback video or something, I'm like, where do y'all find these friends? How you be friends with somebody for 20 years? I got friends that I've been cool with since like 5th, 6th grade, 3rd grade, 4th grade, and we would never. I don't get it. Now the YouTube shifts on YouTube, I look at them side eye all the time because I don't think half of them be genuine. And you can tell because as soon as they fall out, what they do, they turn around, they playing recordings that the other person didn't know they recorded. They showing text messages. They showing pictures. They telling all their personal business that has been spoken behind the scene. So that's these YouTube shifts that I think be again not genuine most of the time. But then Phi Babe. So I wanted to ask y'all about the Phi Babe friendship. The friend coming on here, Phi Babe coming on here talking about her and her kids and what happened at her house when they came to visit her. Okay. And like, even if you get mad, okay, we all get mad at our friends sometime, right?
Right.
But do you just come on YouTube and be like, girl, my friend, we went out last week and this bitch, you let me tell you, I have to cuss her out. I did it. Because for one, if y'all really are friends and y'all been together that long, your friends probably watching your YouTube channel. Mm-hmm. But even if they weren't, like, there's just certain things that you don't do. Now, if you're a comedian, even comedians, they'll get on there and talk about their friends and talk about their family and shit, but some of the shit don't be true. Some of the shit just be for entertainment purposes, you know. They ain't gonna tell all your innermost secrets on a stage. They might tell about some funny shit that happened, some dumb shit, but they ain't gonna just be dragging their friends, you know.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
Okay,
yeah.
Well, let me, because I'm waiting for
Go ahead.
Okay, so check this out. You said the magic word on here. You know she ain't no stranger to beating for dollars. And with what everything that's going on with her lately, she probably trying to change the narrative of something. And who better to create a beef with is with somebody one that you already know. That's number one. I would dare to say that is made up. I just don't believe. And if it's not made up, what kind of friend is either one of y'all? Because, who takes notes just in case on a friend from 25 years ago? Who does that? Who takes notes? And instead of talking about it off camera, why don't you know what I'm saying, discuss what the issue is? I mean, I don't believe it's real. If it's real, then they both shady. And that's my 2 cents.
Well, who was that? Was that Jay Wilson, who said, was it him or was it somebody else who said he thinks that they are just trying to get, was that JW who said he think they just trying to get 5A's friend to 1,000 and that this beef between 5A, was that him?
Yeah, it was Jay Wilson.
Okay, so what do you think? Did you see the video? Did you see Phi dragging her friend and then her friend? And it wasn't like the friend was dragging Phi. Phi was, and what I call it.
I heard about it, but I didn't watch it.
And see, and that's just like Phi. I don't know if I would necessarily call it, it's just slow, or you can tell me what you think. But I don't know if I can absolutely say Phi dragged her friend. She kind of like told a story of what happened at her crib when she last came to visit her, and how the kids was acting up, how they was cutting up, how her friend, she felt, I guess, was being rude or disrespectful or acting spoiled and needy and, other things like that. But then the friend, when she came on, she basically was saying, oh, I can say this about you. I can say about how you was molested. I can say about this. I can say about
that's deep.
Yeah, she was like, I can say about this, that, and the third. So the friend didn't actually put a lot of dirt on her out on these YouTube streets, but she was like kind of threatening to do it. And she was just upset, like, why are you talking about my kids? You on here talking about my kids to your subscriber? You on here talking about, I mean, I don't know. I kind of
agree with Jay. It sounds like
manufactured.
Something to get the channel going.
That's what I was thinking. Then
I hear she deleted it like after she did the video, right?
See, that's what I was saying earlier. I don't think I think the friend made the video and somebody recorded it. You know how they do all the time. Somebody recorded it and they posted it on a different YouTube channel. Because the YouTube channel where I saw it was not the friend's YouTube channel, because the friend has a YouTube channel.
Right, I heard it. Hers is more like uplifting.
It's more like motivational and uplifting and positivity, and it's totally all that type of stuff. So, but it was deleted, so I can't, and I couldn't even go back and take any notes. I mean, it was only like 14 minutes long, maybe that, if that. But still, it
Well,
was
how long was
like
the time span from where Babe told the story about the friend and this girl coming on and
it
sharing
was
that
like
video?
a few days because Five A told the story on her backup to the backup channel.
Okay.
And I didn't even know Five Babe had a backup to the backup channel. She got Five Babe, then she got Five Babe Live 1, then she got Five Babe Live 2.
Mm.
So on Five Babe Live 2, that's the one that she had made the video on, and then she made a video called Blackmail, Somebody Wants to Expose Me.
Mm.
And so uh that's the one that I saw after because somebody sent me the video that the friend made. And I said, well, where is this all coming from? Because if did a lot of y'all see the video last year when the friend visited Five Babe and they were sitting in her kitchen
See,
area or
I
whatever you
don't
call
watch
it?
Babe.
Well, see, I ain't gonna lie. I done said it all. I done said it before many times. Sometimes I even watch people I don't really care for because
Yeah,
I have to figure out what part of the story they played in when somebody else tell the story. I'm not one of those people who be like, oh well, I don't watch nobody but you, so I don't care what else they said. I believe you, and not saying you are like that, but a lot
yeah,
of
but
people
you
are
try to
like that.
research it. You try
Right.
to
A lot of
research it.
people are like that. If somebody tells me that somebody said such and such or did such and such, I try to research it and find out for sure. Even though I'm not a beef sector per se commentary person, but I
Hmm.
go around to a lot of there's certain people I just be like, I can't do you. I can't do
I
you.
think for me, it depends on the storyline. Like
Right, right.
if somebody says, "Oh," and they're talking about on another channel, and they, kind of like you're doing now.
Yeah.
If it was something that I was curious about, but when I heard about that and everybody's reviews about the video, I was like, I don't want to see that.
Well, what I did was, and Connie said she remember it. I watched that shit last year, and what Five A was saying the other day on her channel about that friend, she was like, "This friend has always bullied me, and she always, try to throw her weight around because she bigger than her." She was like, "We never actually fought, but her friend was always like yelling at her, screaming at her, talking down to her, disrespecting
Hmm.
her, and that right there." How many friends you got for over 20 years that's always talking down to you, disrespecting you, trying to bully you?
Well, you know what? I'm curious where this friend came from because didn't Tracy didn't say she didn't have no friends?
Well, this friend came, I'm telling you, last year. Girl, I researched it. I had seen the video, but I ain't seen the video in a long, 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 long time. But I
Hmm.
remembered that friend because she said
Hmm.
she comes in every now and then. And I remembered that friend. So I went back and I found the old video from over a year ago. And the friend came over 5 days and they was live for like an hour and a half.
Hmm.
And the friend, she seemed cool. She seemed kind of like Five Babe. Like maybe not, as some people say, Five Babe's kind of vindictive and vile, and people say all kind of names about Five Babe, right? So I
Hmm.
didn't think that didn't come across to the friend, but maybe loud and outgoing, and you know, say what's just talk all kind of shit. That's what
Yeah.
I got from the friend, but she seemed like really cool. So for that, and then Five A makes a video the other day saying, "Oh, she been bullying me ever since we were little, and y'all been friends for over. I ain't got nan friend or anybody near me that I have let bully me for years.
Well, you know what?
It's
There
weird. It's
are
just
like
weird.
certain. I don't even know if you would call them a friend though, because I've had certain people in my life that like how you have those, and I'm putting friends in air quotes. You
Right.
have those friends that like when you trying to go down the list of, or like if they call you and you're looking at the phone like, do I feel like talking to her
I
today?
know.
You know, and those aren't people that I would consider myself close with, but it's
Kind
like
of
if it's
like
a group of
associate.
people, yeah, like if a group is going out and they say so and so coming, I'm like, do I really want to be bothered with
Right.
her?
And that's
I
how
do
I am
have
when I have
people like I have people like that, but I don't really call them friends though.
Right. And see, I do have like when I have get-togethers, like people in Omaha who know me, they know I like to have get-togethers, parties, barbecues all the time. And that's why I'm so glad we kind of getting over this
Hmm.
CB-19 hump. I threw my first little get-together like a week ago, even though
I
it was
saw
a
them pictures.
housewarming.
I was hungry too.
Yes, we had a housewarming party one weekend. Then the next weekend, we had a birthday party at my crib for 3 people in the family. We was deep. Like that's what I am. I'm about family and
Yeah.
socializing and kicking it, right? But when I
Hmm.
go down that little list and I make my little Facebook invite thing, because I always make
Hmm.
a Facebook invite thing and I add people to it, the event. And I be going through people's names, and sometimes I go over and over. Dang, should I invite them? Should I not invite them? Should I
Hmm.
invite them? But I've never had nobody like the way Fi described this friend. Like that ain't a friend. That sound like an enemy. That sound like a hater. That sound like somebody who's jealous of you or somebody who's just want to see you fall or see you. I didn't get it. So when the
Yeah.
friend came out with a video, and when JW mentioned that he thinks they trying because the friend on her YouTube channel. Matter of fact, let me pull it up right now because I think she had like 400. Uh, I think she had like 400 subscribers. So
Hmm.
JW was like, I think they just trying to get 5A's friend up to 1,000, so they manufacturing this beef because it's like,
Hmm.
where the fuck did this shit come from?
Especially if you're an uplifting, motivational person.
Right I'm gonna drop the link to the friend. I'm gonna drop the link to the friend in the chat.
Hmm.
That's the actual YouTube channel to the friend that I just dropped in the chat. It's called See Beyond, and See Beyond is 2 words but ran together. Like see, like you see something, SEE, and then
Hmm.
Beyond, BEYOND. So it's See Beyond ran together, then a space, and then Today the Motivational Platform. So See Beyond Today, the Motivational Platform. That's her channel, and she got 346 subscribers. And almost every video that she's made is like one of them is called Let's Talk, Free Yourself. Another one is Ladies, You're Valuable. Another one says, Who said you need to be ultimately healed? Another one says, Stop playing with him to play with your emotions. Stop allowing him to play with your emotions. Release your gifts. Healing is in process. I'm just going through some of the videos that she's
Hmm.
made. And then out of nowhere, it's like her and Fi getting into it. All because Fi said that she didn't reply to her text message or something in a timely fashion. So now they on YouTube beefing. I'm like, this just don't. This is weird.
Yeah, it does sound a little suspect.
Yeah. And I already be looking at people suspect. Like, come on now. How many of y'all knew that Tracy and what's gonna fall out?
But see, I still be questioning. I think I done got so skeptical. I question all of these beefs on whether or not they be real.
I'm telling you, a lot of these friendships, I don't see them genuine at all. And it's like we can tell. Like Tracy the other day, everybody in her chat. Tracy, Kimmy, she's dragging you. She's not for you. She don't like you. She da 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 da. And I'm just repeating what a lot of people said. But
That's
in
all.
my head, I'm thinking in my head, how the hell, and these YouTubers, they do it all the time. How the hell you go from dragging somebody year after year after year, talking about them not being able to have kids, talking about their kids, talking about just very despicable, disgusting things about them, and then all of a sudden y'all friends.
See that
See,
part.
that's why I be thinking lot of it just be like
Cloud
manufactured beef,
chasing. I think
I
manufactured beef
be
and
like
stuff.
cloud chasing and just trying to be where the what do they call it? Be where the you know how like in high school.
The
You
it
act like
crowd.
you like a person in high school, but you want to be
in the end
in
crowd.
the in crowd.
Yeah.
If they doing something and you know everybody hanging around them, whether it's a party or whatever, you
Mm-hmm.
want to be there because everybody else is there. You know what I
Hey,
mean?
Miss Law. I didn't speak
Hey
earlier.
Sugarfoot. Hey Sugarfoot.
And then Tracy just kept saying, "Well, I don't think, oh, and I know Tracy's subscribers. I've been following Tracy before
So
Tracy
who?
had a channel. I've been following Tracy and I don't even want to call it following Tracy because before she had a channel, she was like she was
Kind of
on Jay
floating from
Wilson.
chat to chat.
Right, she kind of floated from chat to chat, but she was in Jay Wilson's channel a lot.
Yeah, she was the
And
moderator that was blocking her.
yes, and a lot of people couldn't stand Tracy, and I always, for some reason, liked her. Like I still like Tracy, but it was like I can't say exactly what it was. I think it was just because she was just like, wow, like I don't give a fuck it. You know, Tracy was just like she
0 to
didn't care.
100.
You know what I'm saying? So I like that, and I'm already that rowdy type of, coming from the hood and shit, being out there, I don't know. That's why I kind of liked her or not. So when she got her first channel, I promise I was probably one of her first subscribers.
Yeah.
I think I came on YouTube right after she got a channel.
Uh-huh.
Cause she hadn't been on here long when I started coming on YouTube.
Yeah, she had probably been on here for a while, but then
Well, I
Jay
mean, as a
Wilson
channel,
kept
as a content creator is what I
saying,
mean.
right.
Tracy and Friday came up at the same time.
Yep.
They
And
came
when
up
Yeah,
they was
cause
coming up, I was watching them. I was watching everybody. I used to watch her daddy when she was a coach child.
It was a race to 1,000. Remember? Because
Yep.
I was in that race and I still ain't made it yet, but it's coming.
Keep on moving. Don't stop. Yes.
I would have gave up if it weren't for you.
Yes, don't stop. Don't stop, child. Don't stop. But yeah, Tracy, I had I was one of her first subscribers. And when she started her first live, I was like, yay, Tracy, you started your channel because Tracy had a lot of commentary to give and a lot of opinions to give about a lot of people in the B sector. But a lot of people didn't want her, a lot of people didn't like her. But Jay Wilson told her it's just like any of these other controversial subscribers that be panel hopping. A lot of times people are like, oh, I can't stand them and all that kind of stuff. But as soon as they start their channel, they all over there because they want to hear what this person has to say. And that's the same thing with Kimmy. A lot of people couldn't stand Kimmy. I mean, a lot of people couldn't stand Kimmy, and look at her with over 1,000 people in her chats. I think she and Mother probably have the most people in their chat so far because I think Kimmy, what was her highest? I think like 1,500, 1,400, something like that. And that was a few.
What about pizza? Doesn't she usually have a?
Yeah, but she ain't never got no 1,500 in her chat.
I didn't know. I didn't.
Child, trust me, I'm not downplaying Pizarro because Pizarro gets.
So when did
Pizarro gets views, so trust me, I'm not downplaying her chat. She gets
which
views.
one of Kimmy's lives got 1,500?
Girl, it was like a few weeks ago. I can't remember which one because I don't watch all of them. What I like to do is, it might sound weird, but I like to watch people afterwards. Because a lot of the theatrics and stuff, I don't like with a lot of people.
And I like to listen to them on the high speed too.
I'm not gonna name them all, but some people I cannot stand to just sit there and listen to their voice.
Yeah.
Like it's just certain people that I cannot. So what I do is I'll let the shit play, and I'll watch it again in my own, my own downtime, and I'll be skipping through stuff, skipping through stuff. But yeah, it's some people in here that I cannot. And even though Pizarro has a good crowd and a lot of people, it be shit going on there that I cannot listen to.
Yeah. I never watched those live.
Collective, I can listen to Pete. But when they
and then sometimes they just too long.
When they up there 20 deep or it's just all screaming and yelling and I can't do that. So what I'll do is I'll wait till P is done and I'll go back and I'll fast forward through spaces. And that's no shade to her as a content creator. I'm just saying it's just some people I'm like I can't handle all that screaming and yelling and it's like just ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm like you too, because certain voices I just can't. I'm
like Kimmy said tonight. What she say about
I didn't even watch it.
Kimmy was who was she want talk about Sislo Dovey.
Yeah.
She was saying, Dovey, I'm
Dovey
sorry,
is
but I
one of
just
them.
can't understand you. I just can't understand you. I'm like, poor Dovey.
I can listen to Dovey for a little bit,
I
but
like Dovey.
sometimes it get so animated, and I just be like,
And
I
I
can't
can't
take no more.
understand. Like, you can't understand, like, what you be saying. 'Cause you're like, I'm like, But and I didn't even say there. A lot of people don't like Miss O, and I like Miss O, and I didn't even say it. I think the Miss O need to get a channel. And the Miss O, she swears, I'm not gonna get no channel. I'm not gonna get no channel. But I think Miss O would have a popping ass channel, just like Kimmy and just like P. I really do because she's very controversial, and I don't know want to say is it. Would y'all consider her controversial, the Miss
Well,
O?
they're not scared to talk. And
They
they got
not scared to talk. That's what I'm saying.
Mhm.
And I just don't get it. Why you
Yeah,
spend so
I
much time and
wouldn't
she
say
still can't talk?
controversial, but I would say emotional, kind
Ask,
of.
Well,
ask,
that might be a good way to put it.
Like
ask.
she's very intense about
Right. Oh
things.
yes. She and when she be starting, girl, I'm telling y'all, some people like I can't understand this. Oh, I can understand her child. I just be like listening, like, and sometimes I be working, and when she get the going, and I be working, and she get the going, I just be cracking up. I just be cracking up because I don't
She
know her
she
voice.
is one of the few people that like I listen to everybody's replays on two. I have to put her back on one because if I put it on two, she talking
No,
way
you
too fast.
cannot listen to them as on fast speed.
No,
You
you cannot.
cannot. Now, Jay Wilson, I listen to Jay Wilson on the highest playback
Me
speed
too. Me too.
because he talks slow and
Yeah.
he repeats everything a million times. But no
Yeah.
shade. I'm just being
Right.
honest. It's certain
It
people
is what
I
it
have to just
is.
listen to on the fast replay. But the Miss O, you cannot listen to the Miss O on fast replay. You won't understand shit.
Now,
But
Yeah.
ever listen to Gossip Girl XOXO?
Gossip Girl,
I
I
don't
think
know
I
her.
heard about her, but
Used to be Jessica Kine or
no,
Jacob.
I don't listen to her. I don't know.
Okay, so they do mostly commentary with like celebrities and stuff like that.
Right, right.
Mm.
Girl, when I tell you that's a non-reading, non-talking somebody, but I don't know why. And he talked like, well, I'm sorry, for using the wrong pronoun. She talked like, girl, did you hear about Kanye now? Girl, they done was what's the paternity? The wrong. I mean, girl, always every word is
And see,
mispronounced,
that would drive me crazy.
misspelled. Girl, and I be like, if you need a English class,
And Connie said, y'all be playing like y'all can't understand W. I can't understand W partially.
girl.
Not all the time, because there's times that I've been in W's
I
chat
like
and I
this.
can understand. There's times when she just be talking all regular and slow, but when she gets riled up, I can't hardly understand her. When she get riled up, I can't.
Girl,
But
I
there are times when I can understand her when she's just talking, just
Mm-hmm.
normal. Uh,
I
I
can
just say
deal
talk.
with the
Y'all know what
country accent. I can't deal with the made up word. I can't deal with people trying to sound so
The main
educated.
no. Who was that the other day?
Girl,
Who was that? Seven Stars said she needs to get a thesaurus, an
oh,
encyclopedia. She said she needs everything because Kimmy, when she was Dragon 5, she said she was using words that she ain't never heard of.
never heard of
I was saying the same thing. I swear to God, when I was listening to Kimmy Drag 5, I said, "Oh, I need to look this shit up. Like, I need to write this shit down."
girl, you can't, girl.
Right, because she had a post where she was talking about the word dubious, right?
I'm like,
Seven
dubious. I
stars.
know I heard that before, but I can't remember what it means.
Girl, I'll be dumb and uneducated by the time I get through.
I'm like, damn, I done been out of school a long ass time.
Girl, I just can't do.
When
Now,
she say dubious,
I love me a good country accent though. I do.
but then
Well,
somebody
you
said,
know,
what y'all think about this?
what
Somebody said that they think she be writing down her drag when she ain't on screen.
I saw that on LSA where they said she had a paper or something.
I heard that on several platforms that they think she writes down her drags.
Well, it's good to have like a checklist if you got a list of people you going through to stay on topic, but writing down the whole drag.
I don't know. I don't know. I guess because some people probably think, oh, it just sounds too
Mm-hmm.
all the big words and dubious. Like I'm gonna look. I need to look up how to use dubious in a sentence. I'm gonna look that up because when I was listening to her, I still was like, what the hell does that mean? Like. But Seven was cracking me up, and I know a lot of y'all don't listen to Seven Stars. See, I listen to everybody because I just like to listen to the gags and storylines.
I listen to Seven sometimes, but she hadn't really been live that much
Yeah, she ain't
lately.
been live a lot, but when she do come live, I'll be like, when she said Kimmy, I need a thesaurus. I was like, and I felt that because I swear when I hear Kimmy drag sometime, I'll be like, hold on, let me get out my I need my Britannica. Is well, let me get out my good old Webster. But yeah, but I was just like these friendships though. I'm like, I don't know. It's like who is that? Deanna. Deanna is one of the people who's like, it's to the dirt. You know what I'm saying? Like we done argued and beefed and cussed each other out and talked about each other eggs and lack of eggs or all kind of just stuff. Our families, parents, moms,
Mhm.
all kind of shit that a lot of people discuss on here.
Yeah.
And like you just overnight be friends or be. I'm like Deanna. And I'm not even on here like that. I'm not in the B sector, so I don't be beefing and dragging folks like that. I ain't got time to do that shit day in and day out. My mojo, my not my mojo, but my spirit can't do that day in and day out.
Me either, girl.
That's just miserable 101. That's that to me. I know some people can cut it off, and some people say they can cut it off, and some people say, "Oh, when I turn off the YouTube, that's it." But
Mhm.
it cannot be it. All those cuss
Not when they
words
done
and
got
all
that
those
personal.
horrible things that you say about people day
Yeah,
in and
because
day
it would be in the back of my mind every time I talk to you. You said my uterus was rotten.
right. And even if you don't really care about what people say about you, the shit that we say and do, the things we do to each other, like I love when we drag, but sometimes it just goes way too far. And I'm
Yeah.
like, you think you going to heaven? Like, you don't want to be like God or come on now. I know I'm not the only one be on here. Like some of these people just think they like,
Yeah.
no, like, and then they post a church video or
And
they
see, I can't do that. I can't do that Christian 1 minute and I can't. Ain't nobody perfect, but when it's like day and night, they kind of throw me off a little bit.
right, and you doxing people, you calling people jobs, you calling people parents, you calling people kids, you trying to get people fired, kicked out their homes.
Mm-mm.
Like, how do you think that's bringing you good
Karma or
karma?
juju.
Like good juju. That's what did
Right.
I say earlier? Mojo.
Yeah, what goes around comes back around.
There's no way you could think that brings you. I don't know. And again, I love the B sector. I like listening to the drags and things. But sometimes some things just be so despicable to me. I'll be like, this is why I can't be in the B sector because
Yeah.
I'm not trying to go all into people's personal business. Like who said that? Miss Olivia. She's like, I could give a damn if your water bill is paid. I could give a damn if you got gas in your car. I could give a damn where you live. Like
Right.
some of us just don't give a damn. I don't care if y'all stay in a trailer park, the projects, on Section 8, on food stamps, because I done been in everything but the trailer park, okay?
Right. And that's the thing too. Some of the reads I can identify with, and I'm like, well, shoot, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Girl, when I be hearing like, I ain't even gonna lie. I stayed in the projects before when I was a young girl. Grade school for a couple of years. Stay in the projects with my mom and them. Then when I
Yeah,
got
that's like
older
the trailer.
with my first son, I was kind of doing everything on my own, and I was kind of struggling. And I did go
Mm-hmm.
in the projects for some years with my first son. I done been on Section 8, food stamps, WIC,
Mm-hmm.
EBT, but we didn't have EBT back then. That's how long it's been since I had stamps. We had like the paper stamps, and then
Mm-hmm.
I think I might have had EBT for maybe a year or two. That's how long it's been. But I mean, I done been on everything, like
Yeah.
literally everything.
That's
So
like
for
when they
people to
be
sit here and
reading,
talk about that shit, I'm like, if people need it, they need it.
that's like when they be reading Jay Wilson about the trailer. Hell, I was in a trailer when I was little. It was just a house, it's different type of house.
Let me tell you, I always stay in the hood, right? I always stay in the hood. I remember
Mm-hmm.
one time we stayed in the hood, and my auntie, her husband lived in a trailer, and they would
Mm-hmm.
park that sucker at our house, at my other auntie house, at my grandma's house.
So
They
they
had
had
that trailer
like a
everywhere.
RV.
No, they had a trailer. It wasn't no
How you
RV.
park the trailer?
It was one of those. I don't know. It wasn't no RV. It wasn't. I can see, and I was very very young, and
Okay.
I remember it sitting out there on the side of the yard. I'm sorry, but
Now that's funny.
things like that to me, I don't know. It's not like when they talk about Jay Wilson stayed in a trailer park. I'm like, is it
Yeah,
really that bad? Like you
that's
had
not a
clothes, you had food, you weren't homeless,
right.
you know.
I
And
don't,
even
I don't
with
see,
some of
I don't
the
see nothing wrong. Let somebody park a trailer and tell him give me his mind. Girl, I'm
I
gonna
mean,
put up my
right.
curtains and pull out my welcome mat.
I'm
Okay.
just saying, if somebody was to talk about saying that's why you used to live in the projects, Tanya, when you was little, I'm like, okay. Okay, so we grew up in the projects, we grew up in the hood, we grew up in a trailer. That was like 30, 40, 50 years ago for some people. Why is that a
Yeah.
drag?
And then even with some of the mug shots, now I personally have never gone to jail,
Oh, the mugshot.
but
You
hell,
get on
everybody in
the
my
mugshot.
family done been to jail. So
Listen,
I
I
can't
know
listen,
judge.
mugshot now.
listen. I ain't got no mugshots because most of the shit that I did,
Mm,
I wasn't even
Got
old
away
enough. Hey, I was just at the right age. You know what I'm
right,
saying? But some people on here got mugshots for days, and they'll turn around and drag everybody else for shit.
right.
Like you got whole mugshots for some for like you were committing crimes. Like you were out here committing crimes, and you got whole mugshots, and you trying to drag other people.
Now that part I don't get. Like if your hands dirty, how you gonna be
You out here
right?
stealing and robbing people and doing scandalous shit and fraud and I mean just all kind of shit. You got whole mugshots that everybody's seen. How you
Yeah,
just turn around and talk about somebody doing some shit? I don't get that. That part I don't get.
right.
Like,
Right, because I'm quick to tell anybody I don't pass judgment on nobody's history because all of my family been locked up at some point. But
girl, and
at
see
the
that's the
same
thing.
time,
I didn't have murderers in my family turn to
me too.
deacons, turn to pastors.
Well,
I
no, not
mean, like
pastors.
gang activity, drug
Right,
activity,
right.
stealing cars. I mean, all that shit in my family when I was growing up by
Mm-hmm.
certain people. So there's certain things that I have experienced and been through. So I'm not gonna come up here and drag somebody else because I know I've been
Right,
in some fucked up ass situations.
right.
So I don't get it. And then especially when they show stuff on here like evictions,
Mm-hmm.
bankruptcies,
Mm-hmm.
all kind of shit. And then you turn around and talk about somebody else. It's like it's crazy to me.
Right.
It's crazy to me. Like you got blemishes on your own name. So
Yep.
how can you turn around and talk about somebody else's shit? Because ain't none of us perfect. We didn't all did
Nobody.
some fucked up shit. We didn't all been in some situations. A lot of us done wrote some bounce checks, or we pray that they don't go
Right.
through till we get
Right.
paid. A lot of us done been to paycheck advances, and every damn
Oh, girl.
check we
I
doing
was talking
another
about that
advance.
tonight.
I mean, it's a lot of us that done a lot of shit in our back in our day to get by.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I will never come on here and just be dragging people for shit because I know what I've been through and what the people around me been through, and I just
And
be
then
dragging myself.
when you think about it though, if your life is that perfect, would you really be in the beef sector?
Mm-mm. That's what some people be saying too. Like if you that perfect and stuff, why is you in the beef? And I'm not saying no particular name. I'm just in general.
Me either. I'm
In
just speaking
general.
in general.
And that's
You
what
know.
we're doing. We're hitting certain topics with certain people, but most of what we're doing tonight is just in general shit.
Yeah,
But
because it's like so. It's on so many. There's so many different content creators got so many things in common.
uh-huh.
So it's like you touch on all of them at some point when you talk about stuff.
You do.
You ain't got to name nobody specific because so
You
many
ain't
fall into
because
the
they do
same
the same
category.
shit. They do the
Yeah.
same shit. And that's why I know people be like, I can't watch this person. I don't watch this person. But you cannot truly get everything out of the B sector if you only watching like one or two people. You just can't.
Yeah, and I'm guilty of that lately. Lately, I just have certain like two or three that I go to. The ones that gonna be talking about everything. I tend
That's
to
the
go
ones
to
I like.
them as like my news people that's
Yes.
gonna keep me caught up.
And
Like
one of them
today,
is Tracy, one of them is Tracy, and one of them is JW. Even though
yeah,
a lot of people don't like Jay Wilson, but Jay
I
Wilson,
go to
he
Jay
will
Wilson,
tell you everything that's going on.
and he's funny.
Right now,
Yeah,
like I like Mr. Tim, but Mr. Tim, he only really talks about JW.
yeah. I don't really watch Tim unless somebody say be talking about
Right,
something he did.
right. So I like to watch people that's going to give like that's one reason why I was so glad Tracy got a channel a long time ago was because Tracy would talk about everything that was going on. She wouldn't focus on just one person because she hated them. Like that's what I don't
Right.
like about the B sector. Some people only do commentary on one person,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like sometimes you want to just hear of different angles of the story, different scenarios, different players in the game.
And
But
sometimes they just beat a dead horse. I'm like,
yeah, like it'd be the same shit over and over again. Like if you constantly only talking about the same person, you eventually
mm-hmm.
just repeating the same shit all the time.
Yeah.
So
But yeah, I have my two or three that I hit on. Like I'll go over to Deanna's and I'll go over to Jay Wilson and like today I went to Duchess to see
and
what.
see, Deanna's another one. I like watching Deanna because
Hmm.
she talks about whatever's going on.
Right.
She don't. I don't know. It's something about people who only talking about one person, and it's
Yeah.
usually because they just hate that person.
And
Like
then two
that
people
person
who
can
like,
get up and blow their nose, and it's like, ah, did you see how they blew their nose? Like,
yeah. And you know what too? The other thing is like you were saying earlier about the panels and stuff. It's like certain people are just panel killers, man. So like
oh
sometimes
God, I hate that. And I'm not gonna name no names. I'm not gonna name no
I'm
names.
sorry, I name one. Dory.
Who?
Dory.
Oh, I can't stand it. That's one
I
of them. That's
I
one.
can't listen but so long. It's like if I'm flipping through and I see that picture up there, I'm like, not today.
I
Not today.
that but hey, a lot of people say that about Dory. They be like, she is a panel killer. And some people have panel killers on their panel and they don't even care how the chat feels.
I leave.
Like
I
the
take
whole
their
chat be
advice.
like,
You
please
know
get
how they
off.
say you know how they say if you don't like it, you can leave. That's what I do.
And that's me.
I grab my purse and go.
That's me. That's me. When it's a panel killer on the panel, I will pack my toys and I will go home. Cause I'm like, oh, I'm not about to sit here and listen to this shit for the next hour.
No, no. And it's the same stuff over and over, just a different version of the same story. I just can't.
Right. You said, Connie said, man, I'm keeping my comments to myself. See, that's why I said, that's why I said
And
spoilers.
I just had to name that one, Connie. The rest of them I get, but that one now, if you see her, you ain't gonna see me in the chat.
Oh, you know another one? Oh, I'm gonna name another one.
Who that?
Shireen.
You are so right. Oh my gosh. When she used to jump on when I used to listen to Sir King and she would get up there, I'm like, bye. I'm
Oh,
gone. I'm out.
and I don't understand it. I'm like, why do people keep letting these panel killers on their channel? Like every time I would hear Shireen up there talking about,
Mm-hmm.
all I did was go to the IHOP and sit down at the table. She didn't have to hit me. I'm like, every time I hear her ass, I'm just be like, get the fuck, like, bitch, you got what you asked for, okay?
And then she is another one kind of like Dory that's done did and been and had every job title, every prominent person. I can't listen to that.
Hey you, what's up, y'all? We just having a little old chit chat about what's been going on in the YouTube sector, and I said we was only gonna be on here for about an hour. But that I just really want to talk about these YouTube shits because I feel like this in my heart. If you were enemies with somebody for a long time and y'all didn't get along, and y'all
Mm-hmm.
said the most horrible, despicable, vile things to each other, and then you just up and, oh, we're just gonna, you know, throw up the white flag or whatever and have a YouTube shit. The shit ain't gonna work.
Mm-mm.
The shit is not gonna work. I mean, there are certain things that I could never get over that somebody would say. Like, if you were to talk about my kids and drag my kids or drag me as a mom or drag my mother, or I mean, we cannot be friends. Like, if y'all wouldn't do this shit in real life. And that's why
No.
a lot of these YouTube shits is only because people want to click up with people or ride somebody's coattail or clout chasing, because you would
Mm-hmm.
not do this shit and hell ain't no way in hell that I would put up with somebody in real life who is always talking shit about me,
No.
and then I go over to their house for a party or some shit, or I add them as my Facebook friend on Facebook, or you know what I'm saying. It's like, no way
Mm-hmm.
in hell. So why do it on YouTube?
Yeah. Yeah, my ignore game is strong. I'm one of them people. When I decide I'm done, I don't look back. I'm over it. That's it. But I mean, we can coexist, but I ain't gonna acknowledge you. I'm done.
Mm-mm. I got people in my life right now. there's a girl. There's a girl. Well, she's a lady, but there's a lady. I'll say a lady who sent me a friend request some years ago, and I didn't accept it. And this is on Facebook. So you know how if you don't accept a friend request on Facebook, Facebook will allow them to automatically follow you,
Hmm.
and they can
I
only see
didn't
your
know that.
public. Yeah, they can see your public posts.
Hmm.
If you don't accept them as a friend, Facebook will allow them to see your public posts unless you block them.
Okay, yeah, yeah, that makes sense.
So
That makes
so they'll still get your notifications every time you post something if it's public.
sense. Hmm.
So me and one of my family members were sitting around the other day, and we was talking about a particular person. I was like, yeah, she sent me a friend request, some years ago, and I never accepted her friend request, but she follows all my public posts. She be liking them, putting smiley faces. I mean, all kind of shit, right? And
Hmm.
so me and this particular relative started talking about, because we both know what happened in the past. And it was something like really, really bad that had me, put on my sneakers. And you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I'm not gonna go into
Hmm.
details. But yeah,
Niggas and Vaseline.
hey, that's back in the day. That's back in the day. You know, but there's certain things that you cannot do to me or do to people to me, and then turn around and send me a friend request just because we grown now.
Right. The slate
No,
is
it's just
19.
certain things. I'm not holding a grudge. I'm not walking around saying I still want to beat this bitch ass. But you're not gonna send me a friend request and act like we friends, or we
Right.
not even associates.
We ain't none.
Like, No, it don't work like that in real life. And that's why I'm like, these YouTube ships on here is they full of shit. Like they bullshit.
That's just like I had a relative and him and his wife had split up, and I was friends with both of them on YouTube. Well, when I heard what was going on with the relationship and he split up with her and it was her fault, and the proof was there, I'm like, he had divorced and everything, and I'm like, okay. So then they end up getting back together like 2 years later, and somebody made the comment because they were like, so and so said you didn't accept her friend request. I said he took her back. I didn't. As far as I'm concerned, y'all still divorced.
You know what? Hold on. I don't know how y'all feel about Facebook, right? But I am a social media kind of guru. I'm
Hmm.
all over social media, right? So, um, you know, I have guy cousins, relatives
Hmm.
used to, go run through girls. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Every time you turn around, they got a different girlfriend. So
Hmm.
I was all the time. Now, trust me, I'm cool when I meet people. I don't care if this is the third girl I met in this month. Hey, how you doing? My name is Tanya. Nice to meet you. Whatever, whatever. I'm cordial.
Hmm.
But they will send you as soon as because they follow the dude, right? A lot of girls they
Right.
be stalking them dudes as soon as they get with them. They be stalking them on Facebook, and when they
Hmm.
find out who their cousins are, their friends, they send them friend requests. So a lot of time, the females, will send me a friend request, and I'm like, bitch, I don't know you.
Right.
Just because you sleeping around with my boy cousin, boy brother, did I say boy brother? Boy relative,
Right.
and we done met at the picnic or the barbecue last week for somebody's birthday in the family,
I
don't
don't
mean
know
it's
you like that.
a friend request. Because half the time y'all asses don't last throughout the month.
Right.
And if we still friends on Facebook, why? So I mean I didn't have people tell me, Tanya, my girl sent you a Facebook request and you ain't accepted it. I don't know her.
Right.
I don't know her. If y'all make it throughout the year, I might accept her friend request. I mean, I didn't have
Exactly.
brothers who done had girls, the same chick for a year or two, and I didn't accept their friend request. Year
Yeah.
3, year 4, y'all still with each other. Y'all done got kids. Okay, I accept their friend request because y'all a thing. And this just ain't no pass through. This ain't no, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Real picky about who I allow in my circle.
I am too, and I try to do better, especially since, we do the business and stuff, but I done got to a point now on Facebook. Like, if you send me a friend request, if we ain't got nobody in common and I don't know you, I don't accept it. And then
I've been like that for a long time.
if I do accept it and you immediately hit me up in instant messenger, hey, how you doing? I'm finna cancel you because I'm like, we ain't,
I've been like that
that
for a
gets on my nerves.
I've been like that for a long time, and it's crazy because people would laugh at me because they be like, "It's just Facebook." Because some
I don't
people,
care.
some people, they all about how many followers they got. Now on YouTube, that's one thing, but on
Hmm.
Facebook is more personal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if you're inviting people as your friend on Facebook, they get to see different things in your life that you might not show on other media uh platforms. So I've
Right.
always been that kind of person. I got like hundreds and hundreds of people right now. That's sitting there that I ain't accepted their friend request. I'm like, I don't know you.
And girl, over on Instagram, why do they always be duplicating your pages? What do they get out of that? Every time I turn around, somebody telling me they got a request, and I'm like, that's not me. That's a fake account. What
I
do they get out of
don't know.
that?
I don't know. And I wish on certain platforms that my platforms was bigger because then you
Hmm.
can get like it authenticated and you know how the bigger
Yeah.
platforms are, especially the celebrities and stuff, they get the little
Yeah.
check mark, next to they
Hmm.
but you gotta have like a whole bunch of followers and stuff, to get something like that done.
And
But
let me tell you, you know how I feel about Shaq, right? So I got all of these all of a sudden, all of these invites or friend requests from these fake Shacks. over on Instagram. I'm like, y'all, I hope y'all don't think I'm that stupid. I know this ain't shit. Y'all ain't finna try to con me out no money.
That is too funny. You know
I
what?
got about three.
Speaking of that, because that kind of leads that back to who you accept on Facebook. Like
Mm-hmm.
there are certain people on here on this YouTube platform that I have phone numbers to. There are certain people on here who I'm always on Facebook with, or always on IG with, or
Mm-hmm.
always on the telephone with. There are just certain people, and
Mm-hmm.
I have to really see something in you for me to be like, even like send you a friend request on Facebook if I found out you had a Facebook, or to
Mm-hmm.
accept your Facebook request if you sent me one.
Yeah.
Like there are, I mean, I see people all the time on here. They be like, "Don't send me no Facebook request. Don't send me no." I think YouTubers do that, and I'm like the same way. But if I see
Yeah.
something in you and I think you are really genuine, a good person, and you ain't over here dragging and doxing and showing people
Right.
high school pictures and they mama pictures, and like them the type of people I don't fuck with outside of this platform.
Right.
And
And
then
then
you say you're a good person. Like how you say you're a good person. I'm really a nice, good person, and I'm really shy, and I'm really this, and I'm really that. But you do all this
mm-hmm.
vulgar, just despicable stuff on this platform, then turn around and say, I'm really a good person. They're the type
Right.
of people, no, I cannot be associated with you outside of this platform. Because
Yeah,
what you
because
do to one
if
person,
you got to
you do
tell
to
me,
another.
look, if you
What you
got
do
to
to
tell me
one,
you're a good person and I can't see it in your actions,
you
what
can't.
good is
Yeah, you
it?
can't see it. You can't see it. Like people have been following me from one YouTube channel to the other. People, I got so many subscribers on Facebook, and people just know me. Like all throughout my city, people just know me, and they'll tell
Mm-hmm.
you since I was a little girl, I've always been the same person.
Mm-hmm.
I don't do despicable, mean shit to anybody. I don't care how many clicks and views it's gonna get me or nothing
Right.
like that. That will never be me.
Integrity.
Integrity. I have good karma. I like good juju. But
Me
again,
too.
I like watching people drag. But when it gets to that point where I'm like, that's not good. That's not. I would never want somebody's life to be turned upside down just so
Yeah.
I can get a click and a view.
Yeah. I like to have fun. If it's too dark or it's
Right.
too serious, I'm not gonna be there. Even when you have topics on your show, if it's too serious, I'll be like, you know what? I'm gonna see y'all later because I don't feel like, you know what I mean.
And
I
I
have
get
to
it.
protect. You have to protect your energy.
You do. You have to protect your energy. And that's why usually when we discuss any and everything, it's on Friday.
Right.
It's on
Right.
Friday. We have Friday Night Live every Friday at 9 p.m. And we go for
Mm-hmm.
about 3 hours, sometimes four. And we discuss whatever news story, whatever's on YouTube, whatever's
Right.
on
Yeah,
celebrities,
because I
like the
come
free
through,
fall.
but if
Right,
it's like real tragic or something,
right,
and I just don't feel like getting in that headspace, I will
right.
just be
And
like, and that's any platform.
I certainly understand. I certainly understand.
Yeah.
Now let's say, okay, for instance, let's check this out, right? We're gonna go back to Snowbella,
Now, who is that?
the cat that Rico punched.
Oh, I heard about that, but I didn't see the
Okay,
video.
let me use this as an example.
Mm-hmm.
Rico punched the snot out that cat, right?
Hmm.
And certain people on YouTube who are really big lovers of animals and cats,
Okay.
they called on his ass, and the police was there in no time. He had to go to court, all that kind of shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing versus you don't like Rico or anybody else, and you're looking up all his private information and looking
Mm-hmm.
up all his court records and looking up all his, you know what I'm saying?
Just out of spite.
Just out of spite, just to be mean to somebody.
Yeah.
I don't have that in me. If I'm being
Mm-mm.
mean to somebody, it's usually somebody in my real life who really done something to me.
Right.
Me. So
Right.
that's
And I'm not,
why.
and I will cut you off before I do anything to you. I just
Right.
will remove myself from the situation.
Exactly. Exactly. Like
It's
there's so
easier.
there's things going on right now in my circle right now where it's different people at odds within my circle. And when I
Mhm.
had my gathering for my housewarming party after I bought my house, I had my housewarming party a few weeks ago, and
Mhm.
there were certain people that I had to uninvite on the Facebook invite
Mhm.
because of it was just you
Just,
know,
just to keep down
just to keep
confusion.
right, just to keep down because it's people close to me, you
Right.
know, my circle. And so they hit me up like, hey, what happened to my invite? I ain't
And
never
that
got to
makes it hard on you
like, oh, I
because
hate
you're a likable person, so you're like everybody's
right. And
go
everybody
to
knows that.
person.
Like, if you
Yeah.
really know me, when I have shit at my house, and I'm like, you done heard Carmel Diva, you know, my
Mhm.
homegirl on here from Omaha. You
Mhm.
done heard her on here. We talk about our parties all the time. So
Mhm.
I don't exaggerate when I say we throw parties all the time before the Rona hit.
Mhm.
So everybody knows I would post on Facebook. I would post on Facebook. Whoever wants to come, hit me up. I've always been like that. Like,
Mhm.
I'm a very social butterfly. So for me
Right.
to be like, tell somebody you can't come, like, especially if it's somebody who's always been around, like, I really
Yeah.
felt like I was just in this predicament where I just had to do what I had to do.
Yeah.
So, I'm like that in real life. I'm not a mean person. I
Right.
don't
I can
go
see
around
that.
trying to terrorize people and ruin people's lives. I don't believe in trying to ruin people's lives. And that's what a lot of people do on this platform.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I don't deal with people like that in my real life. On here, I might watch because like they say, some people like to see a train wreck. So every now and then, I go watch a train wreck. But
Yeah.
uh,
We all
I
do
don't
that.
want to be a part of it.
Yeah, we don't want to be a part of it. We just all do that. That's what
Yeah,
I come on
we
here and
can
do
look.
my little TV show review every now and again and
Uh
discuss
huh.
a little trend of news every now and again. But other than that, I ain't trying to be. I don't. First of
Yeah.
all, there's too many people in the B set to be trying to do commentary all the time on everything. I don't have it. And y'all know I work like 12-hour days, 4 5 days a week. I don't have
Mm-hmm.
time sitting around here taking all these notes and doing all this commentary. And
Oh
that's
no,
why I
that
only do
turns into a
commentary.
job.
Huh? You said what?
That turns into a job, another
It
job.
does. You know what? Who was that? You know the girl who does the Ruthless TV show reviews with me?
I I,
She's
I haven't watched them because I don't know. I'm not familiar with the show.
right. Well, she's a younger girl.
Okay.
And she's a younger girl and she's thinking about starting her own YouTube channel. And
Mm-hmm.
I told her, I said, just always remember, unless you want this to be like your full-time job,
Mm-hmm.
don't treat it as a job per se.
Right, because they take the fun out of it.
It takes all the fun out of it. And that's what happens to a lot of people who turn this into like a job per se.
Yeah.
With a lot of people who say, I don't care how big my platform gets, I'm not quitting my regular main job with my 401k and my good old insurance and all my benefits and all that because YouTube ain't paying you no benefits and it ain't paying you no 401k and you can lose your channel just like that.
Yeah.
Being
Yeah.
the
That's just like
biggest
when
YouTubers.
what's his name? They were talking about
Funky
lost his
Dineva,
channel. Yeah,
Funk,
yeah, yeah. Yeah.
and not just him. It's been a lot of people. Funky Dineva. It's been a lot of big YouTubers who have
But
lost
I
their
mean, just
and
like that, it's gone.
it's gone. And you got hundreds and millions of subscribers, and you making damn near $50,000 a month.
Ooh.
You living like the rich and freaking famous, like a movie
Well,
star or
I'm
something.
not in no jeopardy of doing it, so I ain't worried about.
Right. And it's like, but see, sometimes it's be some things that you just
Yeah.
like with Funky. There was
Right.
a medical medicine or something that got taken off the shelves years ago that he did a
Right.
review on years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And they come back years later and say, we snatched your channel because you promoting some product that isn't CDC,
Mm-hmm.
whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
They
That's
snatched
just like, when I was on the job and I was a manager, I used to tell people all the time when it came to like what do you call like calling off. You know how they give you so many points when you call off, and people would be like, "Well, I ain't worried about it because I all my points that fell off." I said, "Well, y'all got to read that thing closely. They can go back and look at any 6 month period from the time you started, and if they have a mad day and come in there and want you gone, they can let you go." But people like, it's like you can't tell people nothing.
I
So that's
learned a
kind
long
of like that with the channel. Like you did something 6 years ago, and they gonna
and
come back.
that's how YouTube is. Like, who was that? Okay, 5'8". Whether you like
Mhm.
her or don't like her, she had a strike on her channel last week and couldn't go live for a week. Why? Because she had posted a fight video,
I heard about that.
and they struck her channel for a week. So
Ooh.
sometimes it seems unfair sometimes because I know another YouTuber who, what's his name, Willie D. A lot of y'all follow Willie D.
I don't know him.
He does like 5-10 videos a day on trending news, like anything that
I
happens in
know
the
you
news.
from
He does a video on it. Like he does a video on everything that comes
Okay.
across. So he had got a strike on his channel like a couple of weeks ago because he posted something that's been going around YouTube for a long time. And even when he got the strike, he was like, he told YouTube the video is still up on other people's channels.
Right.
So
What
you
did it
don't never
so
know. YouTube just be like, sometimes they just pick and
they
choose.
be on some BS?
Yeah. So
That's
you
like
just
when COVID. Well, I don't know. Is it safe? Can we say it now?
You know
C-19.
what? And that's another thing. Y'all know I done told y'all this so many times. Like the way Tracy be running around there talking about, don't say this and don't say that. And she be creating words for the curse words, or she be
Yeah.
creating words for shit. I'm like,
Yeah.
Tracy, I be want to tell her, but I tell other people, YouTube ain't like that. Do you know how many, if I showed y'all, okay, y'all know, anybody who watched my Friday Night Lives, y'all know how we get down, right?
Mm-hmm.
Every Friday Night Live, we get down with the get down. We say about a billion curse words all
Right.
video. We playing all kind of shit. We talking about all kind of stuff. I mean, all kind of stuff because there's no holds bar show every Friday night.
Mm-hmm.
Every one of my videos get monetized, like all of them.
It's crazy.
So
Cause I
people be like, you
remember
can't
Sir
say like
King
Tracy
wouldn't let
instead of
nobody
saying
say
sex.
nothing on his channel.
And child, let me trust me. I'm not lying to you. Like Tracy will say, instead of sex, she'll say hex, or she'll, you know how she like, she'll change a letter in the word.
Okay. Is
I'll be like, are you kidding me? Like, no.
that how
I
we
swear to you. Oh my
is
mama
that
in
how we got
heaven.
JLJALE?
Yes, I swear to you, on my mama in heaven. We be saying all kind of ratchet shit on Friday Night Live every Friday, and we be live for 3, 4, 5 hours. And they all get monetized. All of them. The only time they don't get monetized is when I'm playing somebody's music.
Oh, View says she got flagged because of the C word. I just thought that was so
Never,
ridiculous. It was a
never, I've
trending. That's
never,
crazy.
never. I've never been flagged. And I didn't put the shit in my title of my videos. When it first happened, when it first came out, the pandemic, I was
Yeah.
putting the C word all in. Y'all got me saying the C word. I was putting it all in the titles of my videos and everything. And
That's
we talked about it a lot on my channel
right. Because I done been in
over
some
the
of
last
those conversations.
you've been there. Yeah, you've
Yeah.
been in those conversations, and I ain't never had a strike.
Yeah. That's
Never.
crazy. It's not across the board. I guess it's like
And
if they catch you or somebody
like
turn you in or something.
like Tracy don't like say porn, or it's just certain things that she like
Mm.
changes the words around. I just be laughing because I'm like, we say that shit. We if I want to talk about porn, we done talked about some shit on my channel. And that's
You
just
know, I
how
know.
it goes down on Friday. You know. And that's how it goes down on Friday. On Fridays, I don't care. I don't censor nobody. And I don't be like, oh, don't say that. Don't say that. Don't
Especially after we be like 3 shots in, you know.
Now, shoot, we come from the gate though. We come straight out the gate, like
That's true.
Fridays, and we don't never get like I said. The only time my video get like not demonetized, but where it gets like the minimal monetization, that's
Mhm.
only if I'm playing like some copyrighted music
Okay.
or something like that, you know.
Yeah.
But other
Yeah.
than that, and I be going back to look because I be like, sometimes they'll put the because I know you probably done have sometimes where they put the thing, they'll demonetize it or put it to the minimal.
Well, you
And
know,
you
I'm
can
not
still keep rolling.
monetized,
You
so I
know
don't
what?
When they
even.
do that, like you either get green or you get yellow. Green
Okay.
means full monetization. Yellow means like partially or minimal. All you
Hmm.
gotta do is hit review. And every time I swear to God, I hit review and they manually.
Uh,
I'm telling you, imagine somebody manually reviewing all our Friday night videos
Mm.
and then green lighting them. So
Mm.
that's all I'm like, y'all crazy. They is not demonetizing your videos for all these little curse words and these little. They're not. And we've been doing Friday Night Live for like what 2 years.
And that's like you know, when I was listening to Stomp Down, he would always say something about the first 2 minutes. What was that about?
I don't. Oh, I heard that somebody. Okay, this is what I heard before too. Somebody said if you curse within like the first, I don't know, 2 minutes,
2 minutes or 5
5 minutes,
minutes or
10
something?
minutes, something like that, and I'm like, that's bullshit too.
Yeah, because some people, like you said, from the gate.
Yeah, limited. Thank you, View. They'll give you like limited monetization, and all you gotta do is hit the review button, and the review button, they'll go through and they'll manually. And a lot of times, I swear, a lot of times I just be knowing my stuff ain't gonna get monetized after Friday. I wake up the next morning, I like, oh, we was too lit last night. I know it's not gonna get monetized, and I'll wake up in the morning and it's green all the time.
Tanya, you know what? Let me tell you something.
What?
The only thing I ever got in trouble for, I got in trouble for one thing, and that was I got an email saying that I couldn't say. I quoted a part out of the "What's Love Got to Do with the movie," where they say Ethan K anime, if you die, I kill you. I got in trouble for that.
Really?
If
Are
you die,
you serious?
I got in trouble for that. Now I done did some everything else, like music and
That's
a
crazy.
Like,
whole
was it
thing.
the
But
actual
check
clip
this out.
or?
And then wait a minute, check this out, Mama. On top of all of that, you know what cracks me up when people say he is no longer alive or he is unalive. And now
Oh no,
the
David, no, who said that the other day?
the ping in the
Who said that
background.
the other day on their
So
YouTube
wait, you're not
channel?
supposed to say dead?
No, the suicide. Somebody
Oh,
said
okay,
that the other day about Mona.
okay.
They said Mona wants Dory to be unalive. I was
Oh, okay.
proud, but I'm telling you, I almost fell out my chair.
That is crazy.
I'm like, I'm telling y'all, I was in tears, and they kept saying it over and over again. Mona just wants you to be unalive, like she was unalive, and I'm
That was like, I was having a problem following along in the chat for the longest because kept seeing
like,
people talking about folks having suds. I'm like, what the hell is suds? And then I finally figured out what they were saying. And I'm like, I don't get it. How?
I'll be cracking up and I'll be laughing because of the fact that we say whatever the hell we want on my channel, and we always
Right.
videos monetized, and then we have people over here, instead of saying what they want to say, they saying unalive, unalive. Who says unalive?
That's crazy.
It'd be funny though, because
Mm-mm.
it's so funny, and I'll be like, wow.
I think the only time I've had a video taken down by YouTube and they emailed me too, Miss Cisco, they were like, because remember we were doing the hula hoop challenge
Uh-huh.
and Tony's daughter was hula hooping and she had the dog in her arm. And
Mhm.
they said that they don't play material that looks like kids are being abused. I'm like, how in the hell you got a kid being abused out of her hula hooping with a dog in her hand?
Uh.
So I appealed it and they put it back. But I was just like, I don't even see how they got that from that.
Oh no. I know one time YouTube had took one of my videos down. And they said that it was showing like nakedness or whatever. And
Hmm.
it was a thumbnail for Sisters, the Tyler Perry Sisters.
Okay.
And I did a review, and on the thumbnail, one of the girls had on like
Like a backless.
like a halter top type of
Okay.
thing. But when the YouTube machine or whatever went through. I guess it looked like she didn't have, because if you look at it close enough, I guess you could be like, the shirt kind of matched her skin, so it kind of. I see
Yeah.
how they thought that, but I just put review, and they
That
reviewed it
was like
immediately. And they came
I
back
don't
and said, "Oh, we apologize." So yeah.
that was like Demetria had somebody on her channel one night. It was and everybody kept trying to tell her because the guy, his thumbnail, even though he had I guess he had on like some
I
tan
remember
colored
that. I remember
underwear.
that.
And
Yep.
remember, because I think Mr. What's his name? The older guy, with the deep voice, he
Uh-huh.
called and tried to tell her, and she cursed him out.
Oh,
And
you
then a
talking
couple,
about Mr. He
what's his
was just
name?
on piece. He was just on Almond Brown's channel. Mr. Williams.
Yeah, yeah, Mr.
Yeah.
Williams. He tried to call in and tell her she cussed him out, and then somebody else tried to call and tell her because they were afraid that her, they would think it was nudity because he looked like he was naked.
It did, and I remembered that video because it was so funny. I was like,
She
"What
was
the?"
going off on everybody, telling me something. Y'all can't tell me who to be friends with, blah blah blah. I was like, I'm just gonna
Was
turn
that
this
one of the
off.
nights she was real drunk?
It was when she had got into it with Melly Mel over on Pizarro's channel, and then
Okay.
she went back to her channel and did like a 12 or 13 hour live.
Well, I remember one night she went live all night and she was so
I
drunk.
think that was the one.
And then she was live all night, and it was a long time. It was probably 10, 12. It was probably that one,
Cause
10, 12
everybody
hours.
kept trying to get her to log off.
And
I went to
people was
bed
trying to
and
get
she
her to
was
log
on.
off.
I went to bed and she was on, and I woke up the next morning for work and she was still on.
I'm like, see, that's why when I didn't learn my lesson. Hey, you probably weren't on there, but I remember one time that I was getting lit, and I got off the phone. I mean, got off here, and I said I gotta use the restroom, y'all. And I went to the restroom, totally forgot I was live. Came back. I went to my bedroom and got under the covers and went to sleep. And
No,
I
I
left
wasn't
Sis
here then.
Slow. I left Sis Slow, my bro Tone, Carmel Diva. I left like 5 people on my platform. And they was like, damn. After a while, they was like, damn, is she not coming
Is she
back?
coming back?
My ass went to the bathroom. That's how lit I was. I went to the bathroom. After the bathroom, washed my hands, and then went in my bedroom, put on my pajamas, and went to sleep. And then the
Girl,
next
that is
morning, I
so
woke
funny.
up, and it hit me the next morning. I said, hold up. It just hit me, and I ran to the video. I'm like, oh my God, what happened to my video? And I guess with StreamYard, if nobody's on there for a certain amount of time,
They
after
automatically turn it
they
up.
automatically shut it off, because I think it went on for maybe 5, 10 more minutes after everybody, bounced off the
Uh-huh.
room. Because they was like, all right, good night, y'all. We don't know what happened to the host, but
That is funny.
I
Well,
was
girl,
like, what the hell I do? So now I know I come up on here with one cup, one drink, and I don't care how long we be on here, I just be slow sipping
right.
throughout the show. Because that could have been bad. I could have came back and the camera could have been on. I could have took my clothes off and y'all would see
Anything.
all my rolls, my glory rolls, and my everything.
Oh gosh,
I
that
had
is
a YouTube
funny.
channel for sure. They better snatch my whole channel.
Over there doing porn.
View, I'm telling you, View said she done that. I'm View when I tell you I passed out.
I think I do. I remember when Miss Pam was on one day, and I think Sean ended up calling to wake her. I think she went to sleep, and they called and woke her up. I think I was watching that day. That
Yeah,
was
I ain't
funny.
the only one. Your View said
Yeah.
hers ran to the next morning. See, mine didn't.
Did
But
it?
you use StreamYard? Did you use StreamYard or View? Because I was using StreamYard. And after the last person got off my StreamYard, it went for maybe 10, 15 minutes. It wasn't that long.
Mm-hmm.
And I just knew that it went for hours and hours and hours. But it didn't go that long, and it just cut off. Like,
Yeah.
then I had to go back and edit. I went back to edit it so I could clip out all that extra time where it was just nobody there.
Yeah, like dead air.
Yeah, it was like that. And when I was like thinking, my God, because I'm telling you, one time I wasn't even drunk or nothing or sipping, but I was called myself doing a pre-recording,
Mm-hmm.
and that's when everybody was using OBS before StreamYard came around. And so I was recording, I think it was Housewives of Atlanta. It was some TV show. I was doing a review. And I was
Mm-hmm.
recording it on OBS. At least I thought. But I had accidentally hit live. I hit live recording. So it went to my YouTube. I
Oh,
was live on YouTube because that's how
and didn't
OBS
know it.
OBS was just like StreamYard. You know, you connect it to your YouTube or whatever.
Okay.
So I was live, and when I was recording, I was sitting down in my chair and I had no bottoms on.
Ooh.
I had no pants on. And so I was live. And I mean I was talking because I'm thinking I'm recording, ain't nobody here. I'm just recording, I'll upload it later. And after like 20-25 minutes of recording, somebody comments in the chat, hey, the hood table. Or no, that was my old channel. So that was on Tanya's Prime Time. So they was like, hey, Tanya's Prime Time TV. And I'm looking, girl, I'm looking at the comment, and I'm like, hey. I said, oh, hey, I didn't even know I was live. And
That is
just imagine if
hilarious.
I would have stood up
Right.
while I was on live. All I had on was a t-shirt. All I had on was a shirt.
That could have ended very badly.
So I'm telling you, when I tell you, I done made some mistakes. Like some of these people make these camera slips. I
Yeah.
learned early on in my YouTube career. I learned early on in
What, to
my
put
little,
the tape on there?
because I made some mistakes, and thank God nobody caught them.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I have to say. Nobody caught them. So yeah, but yeah, when you don't want to be on there, put the tape on there. I keep tape, and that's one thing I tell people too. They look at me crazy. I didn't have people come up to my house that I help with their YouTube channel, and they look at me like I'm crazy when I say keep tape on your camera.
Uh-huh.
They're like, but I want to be on that. I said, listen to me. You will thank me later. You will thank me later.
Especially
I
with
take my camera.
StreamYard.
Yes, I take my camera when I take my computer wherever to a
Mm-hmm.
friend's house, to an event, to
Mm-hmm.
church. Like when I was recording our church services, they
Mm-hmm.
see I got all this tape on my camera, and they'll be like, "What the hell is going on with the tape?" I'm like, "I'll explain later." But yeah, I keep tape on my camera all the time on my laptop. And when I do go live and I do show my face, I do not take the tape off until I'm all the way ready.
Okay.
And then as soon as immediately after I'm done, I take that piece of tape and I put it back on the camera.
Right.
So I just learned. I just learned. And then seeing some of these people with some horrible camera slips, I don't know why people still ain't learned.
I know that's right. Because there have been some doozies.
Oh, child, I done seen some. Oh, child. That one where they say Dora looked like a horse.
I saw that one.
That one right there.
Where she had the cigarette.
That's one of them. And then the one with the girl who talked funny with the teeth.
Huh.
What's her name? The one that talked funny. She always be dragging people on her channel.
She talked funny?
She had like braids in her hair. She didn't have no wig on. Then she ran and grabbed her wig and tried to put her wig on her hair.
Talking about Reed.
Yeah, Reed. That
Oh,
was
okay,
the
yeah.
other one. So there's been
Yeah.
some big camera slips. I mean, even with Tracy that had camera slips.
Yeah.
And even Tracy be
Yeah,
like, Tracy like, I don't care, but Tracy that has some camera slips. Like, you just, and then even grown folks, they say grown folks had a camera slip where his teeth wasn't in his mouth.
Yeah, on
So
Miss
it's like,
on Bless thing.
yeah, when y'all gonna learn to put the
Yeah.
camera on your damn computer or your cell phone?
Well, see, I think yours is the only platform I actually get on. So I think I've been on Deanna's maybe once before, but usually I don't get up on the StreamYard.
Yeah, I try not to. I mean, if my friends have lives and stuff, and they invite or drop the link. Like, you know, the people I'm real cool with, I just don't jump on everybody's.
Yeah, it gotta be a small
Like,
crowd.
yeah, if it's you, if it's Sis Low, I done jumped on Deanna's a few times.
Mhm.
It's a few people I'll jump on their stuff, but because I don't like to be known as the panel hopper, you know.
Yeah, they used to
Sometimes
say
people get
panel horse.
tired. Yeah, some people get tired of the people being panel whores. You
Yeah.
know, I ain't trying to be dragged all in the chat. Like, why is she here again?
All right. Well, girl, it's after 10 o'clock. I gotta
I
get this one
know, I
up to
know.
school in the morning, so I'm finna jump off.
I'm about to jump off and finish watching. I've been binge watching Snowfall.
I'm not
So
familiar with that one.
yes, that's a good show. It comes on cable, but it's also on Hulu. All the old
What's
seasons
the
are on
what's
Hulu.
the storyline?
It's about this young black guy from California who got into the drug game. And he turned up to be a real big, and it's taking place in the 80s. So it's like during that pandemic, the crack and all that. So
Mm-hmm.
he's coming up in this era where he's this big time drug dealer, is murders, is crime, is drugs, is if you like
See, that's a little
all
too
those old
gruesome for me.
school, if you love
Uh-uh.
those old school gangster, if you like that type of shit, then
Like
Snowfall.
Godfather type stuff.
Um, not that drastic,
Okay.
but okay, kind of like a Nino Brown. Like, come on, you
Okay.
like a Nino Brown, like the movie. It's just a series instead of just one
Gotcha.
movie. It's just, you know. But I'm telling you, you might like it. I'm serious.
Yeah.
I'm serious. You might like it, but it's really good. And all the past seasons is on Hulu. So I've been
Well,
binge watching
why do they call it snowfall if he in California?
because of the crack.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Girl, I'm green.
Hey, Barbara Lowe, how you doing? Yeah. She said, "Abuse, abuse, stop following me around." But yeah, so yeah, we're gonna jump off here because I did say I was only gonna be on here for an hour.
Yeah. Well, all right, y'all. I will talk to you guys later. Bye,
Well,
Mrs.
thank you
Lowe.
for tuning in tonight and jumping
No
on.
problem. Good
All right,
night, y'all.
all right. Can you still there? I think Can has slipped away, child. Well, okay, you guys. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Make sure you like and share the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the commentary. Y'all know I'm not no beefer person, but every now and then I like to do commentary on the beef sector. Every once in a blue moon. So I hope you guys enjoyed the show. If you want to catch up your girl little love offering, it's $ the hood table 402. And stay safe, be blessed, remain vigilant at all times, and always remember to keep it hood. Bye.